Hey everybody, this is Rue from Clickstart PTC. This is the second episode, I guess, of a PTC'ers Guide to the Traffic Galaxy. And this time we are dealing with social media, forums, and videos as sources of traffic. So, starting with social media, sites like Facebook, Twitter, new big one is Pinterest. And these really help to connect people through text, images, and rivers of updates. Which one am I talking about? Duh, Twitter. Because it's kind of like, it's exactly what it is. It's a river of updates that you jump in and out of as needed. Some reasons to use social media. It's free. Big one. Companies are jumping on that like crazy and making lots of sales from it. But more importantly, it allows you to connect with your audience and send messages on a personal level. Consumers these days are absolutely loving that. It does take a lot of time, but it's great for branding and it adds a lot of value to your services. So, a couple tips for social media as a traffic source. You want to make your posts informational. People will read them and, like what you have to say, like your page then. Reply more than you post also. I haven't really had much luck with it, but that's what everybody says, reply more than you post. So anybody talking, jump in the conversation. That's how you get your foot in the door. And my biggest tip I can give you, add the ability to quote unquote like or share or follow, pin, whatever. Add all that social media stuff on everything you do. If you can put it on there, if you can put a link, if you can put one of the little buttons, do so. Very helpful for getting more social media people to talk with and send out your messages to. I also want to talk about forums today. And this is really an old school kind of social media. They're topic-based discussion boards. One of the downsides of it is you have to have different info for each forum. So WordLinks has a forum, NeoBucks has a forum, a few others have forums. You have to create a different account for each one of those. But it's still a very viable source. Great to kind of know what's going on in the industry. Like I said here, reasons to use it. We got sources for industry chatter. So whatever's going on in the industry, if you're part of a forum, you can get a good idea what's going on. And these also you want to post replies more than anything else, since these will position you as an expert, and that's really what you're looking to do when you're, going out into the world. People follow experts. If you're positioning yourself as an expert in the field, you make a smart comment to something, people are going to recognize that and give some value to you. The way you get traffic with the forums is you have a signature. So on everything you post, you got a little box at the bottom. You want to put a link in there. So you say somebody posts a topic, you post a response. Some people will look at it and go, wow, that was a smart response. See a link in your signature, click the link. So really, that's a great source of traffic if you're willing to put in the time and effort. Some tips. Only add your 2 cents if it's worth it. Do not spam. You're going to get banned. Try not to make stupid comments or, you're not going to be positioned as an expert. You're going to be positioned as the guy that doesn't know anything. And definitely want to stress it. Spamming will get you banned and show people you are not an expert in your field. No one likes spamming. Why stupid people still spam is beyond me. It doesn't work. You get banned. It's not a good source of traffic. It's worthless. Don't spam. Don't be stupid. Treat your forum signature like a headline. So, the one I was using back when I was doing forums, it's a tagline I've been using for a while. It's discover the best PTCs you're not a part of but should be. That was my little forum signature. I said, I traded it like a headline and I got some good traffic for it. But moving on to videos, yet another form of social media. Sensing a theme here, you should be. And these are sites like YouTube. I'm sure there's other ones. That's the only one I use. And again, you're going to excuse me, you're going to want to do informational how-to videos. A real good reason to use them, again, they're free. They position you as a leader and an expert. They're going to add value and content. So this is kind of a product in and of itself that adds value to whatever you're doing. You have, say you're selling a product for, I don't know, web page design. If you have a bunch of videos on how to use web page design, on good web page design, somewhere around that area, you're also adding value to your product. And it definitely drives traffic, of course. YouTube is one of the biggest sites out there now. And believe it or not, despite it being big, even the little guys can drive some pretty good traffic. Some tips here. Put your link first. In the description, that's the biggest thing you can do to drive traffic. Don't hide it down at the bottom. Stick it out there so they don't have to push a button to find it. Put your link first thing on your description, then do your description like a blog post. So whatever your video is about, say a little bit about it, try and make it a couple paragraphs. Again, your title has to be a really good headline. Again, if you're doing web page design, if you use something like, this is a web page design video, that's not going to get a lot of hits as, say, 5 easy web design tips. You really got to treat it like a headline. You're wanting people to click on it. Definitely be search engine optimization conscious. Think of what keywords you're using, put them in the title, the file name, the description. Don't keyword stuff. But definitely try to be a little SEO conscious if you can. Also, weird little tip I've learned, don't expect views to be equal to traffic. So if you're getting 100 views a day, don't expect it to be X amount of traffic every day. Kind of weird, but it's just how it works. So moving on. Actually, that is the end. So really moving on. Again, this is Rue from Clickstart PTC. This has been the second episode of a PTC'ers Guide to the Traffic Galaxy. Happy clicking!